Being too attractive is a problem or can be a problem. For a lot of women and men, when they are very attractive, people tend to think the worst things. Let's expound on some of these things that people think. For one, when you are very attractive, again, whether you're a man or a woman, a lot of people are looking for the many ways that they can humble you. So if you a pretty woman and you like to get dressed up and you hanging out with your man, he might start to pick at your flaws. You got a fupa, you got cellulite, I can see your stretch marks. Your hair, your weave is not blended in properly with your real hair. Just, you know what I'm talking about. People just doing all types of things just to humble you or just so that you don't feel too confident. You know, and like I said, I'm just throwing these things out here because it's happened to me a lot, and and I know for a fact it's happened to a lot of other women out here too. For the men, a woman might get with you and feel like, she wants to humble you. Hey, you're not as tall as you think you are. I've been with men that make way more money than you. I've been with men that had way bigger penises than you. Just the list goes on. And the reason why a woman does that is because she's trying to keep you in a constant state of being humble. Now, when you look up the definition of humble, I believe it says to think low of yourself. So, yeah, when people humble you, they want you to think low of yourself. I don't want you getting too big for your britches. I don't want you being confident and being empowered. I want you to stay in a constant state of insecurity and low self-esteem. And when people are in those states, they typically allow a lot of disrespect. So that's why when I say being too attractive is a problem, it definitely is. Now, of course, I know what someone's going to say. Well, would you rather be ugly? And the answer is no. Nobody in their right mind wants to be ugly, right? But all I'm trying to do is just simply tell people that when you are too attractive or highly attractive, however you want to look at it, if you are someone, you put your best foot forward, whether you're a man or a woman, you're going to run into a lot of problems. A lot of people are very intimidated in dating you. If you are attractive and you have your life together and you got your mind together and you got a great personality, you an amazing catch. Who wouldn't want you? But I find that a lot of people that have all those great things going for them, those people are typically always single because they're too intimidating. Nobody knows what to do with you. Nobody knows what box to put you in because they can't fit you in a box. No one knows what to really do with you, And most people don't have their life together and they look good and, their mind is right. Most people are lacking in some type of department or in a major department, shall I say. So when you come across a man or a woman that has everything going for them, that can be very intimidating and quite scary. So in order for you to feel better about being with them, you try to humble them. Let me cut you back down to size, right? These people can't wait to embarrass you in front of people. And it also embarrass you in private. But just as long as they embarrassing you and somehow hurting you and kind of putting you back in your place, honey, it was all worth it. It made them feel good. It goes into the next point that I'm about to make. A lot of people get a thrill, a rush, humbling someone that's very attractive. And also humbling someone that, you ain't stupid. You know this person is out of your league. You know this person looks way better than you and they doing way better than you. You should be honored and blessed that a man or a woman of that caliber wants you. But instead, you're not grateful. You become jealous and you try to humble this person. And you get a thrill out of it. It turns you on. It makes you happy. It fills that insecure void that's deep down in your soul. You're too stupid and too lazy to better your life. So instead, you attack other people. So being attractive is not all it's cracked up to be. When you are very attractive, you're really not going to have friends. Okay? You're just not. If you're a pretty woman, a lot of other women don't want to deal with you for real, for real. You a handsome guy, a lot of other guys may not want you around. So yeah, when you're attractive, not only is dating difficult for you, but also making friends and keeping friends, that's damn near impossible. So really all you do is just go to work, run errands, come home, maybe hit the gym, rinse and repeat. So a lot of times when you're very attractive, that leads to loneliness and isolation, right? And a lot of people don't want to face that. A lot of people don't want to admit to that, but that's the dark side of looking good, whether you're a man or a woman. You're going to feel it most definitely. You know, no one is exempt at all. I'm sorry. You know, so it leads to, like I say, isolation. Being, you know, just nobody wants to deal with you for real. A lot of times when you're very attractive, when people look at you, they don't give you a chance. They just took one look at you and hate you off sight. You know, they don't believe that you could be a nice person. They don't believe that you have any deep thoughts. They think just the worst things. They don't believe that you could make a great wife, a great husband. They don't believe that you could be faithful. Like, they literally do not believe that whatsoever. So when they see you, yes, they're very attracted to you, but they won't give you the time or day because in their mind, you too good looking. You get too much attention. Everybody wants you. Why would you want me? Why would you want to settle down when you can have so many people? So yeah, a lot of decent, good people might not really want you for real, or they're too afraid to be with you. I'll say that. And when they are with you, it goes back to what I just been saying. They're so afraid of you that they try to cut you down to size. And now you're in a relationship constantly getting disrespected, you know, passive aggressiveness, throwing subliminal shots. I mean, just the list goes on. Who wants to be married to someone like that? That sounds miserable. However, if an attractive person says they want their equal, or someone that looks just as good as them, somebody with their life together like theirs is together, somebody with their mind right and their spirit right, then you get called shallow. You get called wanting too much. You get called having too high of standards. But when you go down on those standards, when you decide to not date someone just as good looking as you, and date someone that really don't have their life together, you get effed over. You still get effed over no matter what, because these same people are low-key jealous of you, and they're gonna try to humble you, and they might even try to destroy your life because they're envious of you. They know that you are out of their league. So you damned if you do and damned if you don't. So yes, when I hear that an attractive woman or an attractive man is single, and they've been single for a very long time, I'm shocked, but I'm not shocked. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm shocked because it's like, okay, this is a great catch. Oh my God, why you still single? Oh my Lord. But then on the other hand, I'm just like, I'm not surprised at all, because dating is a nightmare for everybody, but especially if you are seen as very attractive or if you're seen as ugly, okay? The reason why I say ugly or attractive is because those two, okay, when you are seen as attractive, when you're seen as beautiful, and a man can be beautiful as well, so I'm going to say beautiful, you are on an extreme. When you are seen as ugly, you are on an extreme, okay? You're not right in the middle, you're on an extreme. In the middle will be someone that's just okay looking. In the middle is someone that will be seen as average looking, where they're not ugly, but they're not beautiful. You alright, you okay. I notice with people that are just maybe seen as okay looking, they typically have a lot of friends, and they typically are married or in relationships, and these are happy relationships. When it's someone that's seen as ugly or someone that's seen as beautiful, and again, a man or a woman can be beautiful, they typically, in my opinion, and from what I've seen, they typically struggle the most in dating. It's typically hard for them to get paired up. You know what I'm saying? Um, Being beautiful or attractive will open doors for you, but it also close doors for you too. Being ugly closes a lot of doors for you, period. Let's just be honest. Okay? So these are just things that I've noticed with very attractive people or beautiful people, however you want to look at it. You know, they're typically very isolated socially and romantically. Um, they typically struggle the most on the dating market next to people that are considered to be ugly. You know what I'm saying? That's just the bottom line to it, you know. But the people that I've seen that have the best dating lives and they have the most friends and they have the best social life are people that's right in between. Think of hot water and think of cold water. Taking a shower in cold, ice cold water or boiling hot water is extremely uncomfortable because they are both extremes. But if you take a shower in some warm water, okay, it's not hot, but it ain't cold. It's right in between. So this can do. This will do. This is fine. Right? When it's in the dead of summer, it's too hot. When it's in the dead of winter, it's too cold. Both of those are extreme weather. However, when it's right in between, it feels just right. It's not too much. This is doable. That's the same thing for a person that's not considered ugly nor beautiful. Someone that's just okay looking. A lot of people feel very comfortable being friends with you. And a lot of people, when you do date or get into a relationship or married, nobody's trying to humble you. If anything, people are uplifting you. But ain't nobody trying to humble you. No one's making fun of you. See, with the beautiful people, they get humbled. With the ugly people, people make fun of them. You know, and like I said, and the reason why is because they are both on extremes. They are on opposite extremes of each other. Right? I read this quote on Reddit a while ago, and it said, the farther you get away from being average, the harder your life will become. So anytime something is below average or above average, that gets a lot of attention and it gets a lot of scrutiny. That's just the name of the game, unfortunately. Um, Lauren Bacall, she's an actress, and I'm paraphrasing what she said, but she said something like both beautiful and ugly people are both defined and isolated by their looks. And that's the honest to God truth. A lot of times when you're attractive, no one gives a damn about your personality or about your mentality. That they don't care about that. They didn't even know you had a personality. The things you have to say mean absolutely nothing to them. And when you talk, ain't nobody listening. Same stuff with someone that would be considered ugly. When they talk, A lot of times people ain't listening. They don't care what they got to say. You ain't even paying them no attention for real, for real. These are things that I've noticed, and it's not fair. We live in an unfair world, and I think it's sad. I think it's messed up, but this is just what I've noticed, and I'm saying, and let me say this, when I say ugly, it's whatever your definition of someone that's ugly is, okay? I'll go first. I think the Crypt Keeper is ugly. Like, I know he's a character, but that's ugly to me. You know what I'm saying? But beauty is in the eye of the beholder. You know what I'm saying? So who I think is beautiful or ugly, you might think the complete opposite, and it's okay. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm trying to say, the bottom line is that being too attractive can be a big ass problem. It can be a ginormous problem, So when you see that handsome man with a beautiful personality, the pretty lady with the beautiful personality and stuff like that, and they life together and they still single, try not to be so judgmental on them, okay? Because I already know dating for them is probably a nightmare. You know what I'm saying? It really is, because when you look a certain way, you bring out people's inner demons. You bring them out to the forefront. Not on purpose, but you bring it out. And a lot of people are very insecure. I mean, we all human, so we all have insecure moments, of course. But I'll say this, some people can't control their insecurities, and you lash out at good people. And also, I want to point this out too. I've heard of some men and women saying they will purposely sabotage a relationship with someone that's gorgeous, with a great personality, because they want to see if this person will chase after them. They want to see how hard you going to fight for them and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I think that's so stupid. You know what I'm saying? Because if the two of you are locked in, then just go ahead and just be happy. Why you always got to humble somebody? Why you always got to, let me see how hard he's going to chase me, or let's see how hard she's going to chase after me? Because y'all are missing out on great people. Y'all have this sick obsession and a thrill with putting people back in their place, with cutting people down to size. And then you miss out on an amazing person. This could have very well been your wife. This could have very well been your husband. But you want to play stupid games and you want stupid prizes, right? You want to play stupid games, but you get mad when you win a stupid prize. No. And then this person finally decides that they had enough of you and they break up with you. Then you sitting there single, wishing you had somebody, when you found somebody that had the best of both worlds. A beautiful physical and beautiful personality. And let's be honest, that is rare to find. It's rare to find somebody that's both beautiful on the inside and out. That is extremely rare. So you run across somebody that has both. Why don't you cherish it and cultivate it? Why ruin it? Why sabotage it? Because you insecure. If you know you're not ready to be with a fine person, whether it's a man or a woman, just be single. Or be with somebody that's just okay looking. Because I also noticed that too. A lot of times with men and women, you want a fine person. You want a fine man. You want a fine woman. But you will purposely reject them because, again, you're trying to humble somebody. And you will get with that person that's just okay looking, knowing damn well that's not what you really wanted. You wanted that fine person. But again, you too insecure. You too jealous. And you get a thrill out of embarrassing people. You get a thrill out of humbling people. See, a lot of times a person will reject you as a humbling tactic too. See, I rejected that handsome man. I rejected that pretty woman. I'm going to show her. I'm going to show him You know what I'm saying? You shooting yourself in the foot. Like, I think it's just so stupid. Like, stop this obsession with humbling people. And not just in relationships, but also in friendships too. Alright? Stop trying to humble people so much. Life is going to humble all of us if we live long enough, alright? So no one has to do that. Don't miss out on great people because you're insecure, because you have no confidence. But, but, if you feel you're not confident or strong enough to be with the person that's very good looking, be with someone that's just okay. Be with someone that's just average looking where people not paying them no attention. I mean, they not ugly, but they ain't pretty either. They just right in between. Go ahead and be with somebody like that and call it a night. Because you are too insecure to date someone that's highly attractive. And it's okay to admit that, hey, I'm insecure. I can't handle being with somebody fine as hell. It's alright to just admit that. Just go ahead and either be single or be with someone that's not fine and call it a day. Real simple. It's easy. Because I've always said that being with somebody attractive is not for the faint of heart. You know what I'm saying? You have to deal. See, here's the thing. When you are with a person that's universally good looking or classically good looking, other people want them too. Okay? So some of y'all are not ready for that. Y'all not ready for people trying to flirt with your husband, flirt with your wife. Y'all not ready for none of that. You can't handle that. And it's okay. So go ahead and be with someone that no one pays attention to, and you'll be okay. Real simple. And I'm sorry, y'all. That's my dog barking. Uh, that's my dog barking. But, I'm just trying to bring the point home. You know what I'm saying? Being attractive is great. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. Everybody on this earth wants to be attractive. However, there's a very deep, thick, dark side to it. And a lot of times being too attractive is a big problem. And a lot of times a person will see a person that looks good and you still single and they'll deem you as a red flag. Oh, he must be crazy. Oh, she nuts. What's wrong with them? Especially if you over 30, you ain't got no kids, you unmarried and you single and you look good. Oh, honey, especially if you a woman. Oh, man, they about to throw the whole book at you. You really ain't getting no boyfriend. Because now he like, what's wrong with her? You know what I'm saying? Same thing for a man. You know? What the hell is wrong with him? He 30 something, 40 something, is fine as hell. You ain't got no kids. What the hell wrong with you? So, and let me say this too, okay? I'm talking about people that are very attractive and you also have an attractive personality too, okay? That's extremely important, okay? If you look good but you got an ugly soul, I see why you single. It makes a lot of sense. But I'm talking about my peoples that's beautiful physically and you also have a beautiful soul. You know what I'm saying? And the truth is stranger than fiction. A lot of times those people struggle the most in dating. A lot of times when people is, being shady towards us and throwing shots at us, we take it on the chin, we turn the other cheek, we don't want to cause an unnecessary argument, we don't want to fight for no stupid reason, so we just let it go. Don't y'all? Y'all let it go. You let people have their way with you because you just want a relationship to work. You just want to get married. You just want to be happy. And so a lot of times you allow disrespect and you let people talk to you all type of ways. And you don't want to rock the boat, so you don't say nothing until you get to a point where it's like, yo, I can't take this no more. And you go to confront that person. And now stuff is weird between you two. Now it's awkwardness. That awkwardness then turned into another fight. Then you get caught. You get accused. I'm sorry, y'all. That's my dog again. But You get accused of being too sensitive. You're weak. You cry over everything. Oh my God, lighten up, loosen up. It's just a joke. When really it's not a joke. You meant everything that you said. And I'll tell you something. If you want to tell the truth, just put it in the joke. So yeah, it's just a host of other things that you will have to deal with other people that's very insecure around you and jealous of you on the low low. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to go through it in this video. I'm trying to keep the video kind of short as I can. But, I'm just kind of touching on things, when you are a man or a woman that's attractive with your whole life together, that's a beautiful thing. But at the same time, you might be single for longer than you expected. We'll put it to you like that, you know. And this happens all the time. I hear so many stories about how people are intimidated by good looking people with their life together. It's hard for them to make friends. If you do make a friend, it's hard for you to keep friends. If you do date somebody, it don't lead to a relationship, or damn sure don't lead to marriage. You know what I'm saying? So it's just things that I've been noticing. I'm 35 years old, so I've been here for a little bit. And these are just things that I've been noticing in these streets. You know what I'm saying? It's not for the faint of heart, But in no ways am I trying to tell people if you look good, stop looking good, don't take care of yourself. No, keep taking care of yourself and keep looking good. You just got to stay patient. You just got to stick with it. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully the right one to come around, and they gonna look just as good as you, and they gonna match your fly, and y'all both will be congratulating each other, and it won't be no competition, it won't be no jealousy, won't be no I'm trying to humble you. It will be none of that. Both of y'all gonna be flying high together, shining together, you know what I'm saying? And that's what's really important. You just gotta find somebody that's gonna match your fly, and that's really the best I can say. And I'll tell you this, it may take a while for you to find that, I'll be honest, you know what I'm saying? But in no ways am I telling you to settle. In no ways am I telling you to settle for disrespect, settle for someone that you're not attracted to. I am not saying that at all. I would never say that. I'd rather for you to pass away single and lonely than to be with someone that constantly disrespects you, constantly wants to humble you, constantly makes you feel uncomfortable because they're uncomfortable in your presence, because they know they don't deserve you. See, a lot of us know who's in our league and who's out of our league. And when you're with a person that's out of your league, and they took an interest in you, my suggestion, my advice, you better hold on to her tight. You better hold on to him tightly, okay? Because this will never happen again. Ever. Ever. A man that fine and that rich with a wonderful personality, you ain't gonna never have that again in your life. A man like that is never gonna approach you again. This is your first and only opportunity. Ma'am, don't blow it because you want to humble him, okay? For my men, a woman that beautiful with a beautiful personality, and she a freak in that bedroom for you, and she wants to be with you and make you happy, don't ruin that because you're trying to humble her, because you're jealous of her. Get over your insecurities and hold on to her tightly, okay? Because you're never going to get a woman like that again, alright? Don't let social media have you thinking that you got all these options, because you really don't, okay? I promise you. So when you meet a person that has all these things, go ahead and lock it down with them and stop being stupid. If you that insecure, like I said, you either be with somebody that's just okay looking, or go get you some therapy. And maybe this attractive person will be patient and kind enough to work with you through your issues. Go get you some therapy then. But if you refuse to get you some professional help, then go ahead and be with that person that's just okay. Be with that person that's just mid and call it a night. You know? So yeah, being too attractive is a problem.